I don't wanna hear a peep, let the boss talk.
I be speaking for the trenches, this that boss talk.
White snakes, no crease, how the boss walk.
I be shooting from the logo, this that boss talk.
I don't want the middleman, hit the boss up.
She gon' make it shake more, cause her boss talk.
Stayed down, made a plan, had the boss up.
Lil dip with the lean, this how boss walk. A lot of niggas be thinking they boss when it comes to that talking, all them words that are lost. A lot of niggas be thinking they boss, like Harden with the moves, I'ma shimmy when you fall.
Choose to do what everybody doing, I ain't basic. And I want it all, no cap, that's a statement. What's understood ain't gotta be explained, understatement. They let us all chill the wrong water, I ain't drinking.
All right, back with Boss Talk, it's Josh.
And it's Quise.
Welcome to the Boston Circle. We talk sports, music, the culture. Today we are out in Manhattan, New York. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't in the
Beautiful
studio.
windows.
We not in our usual studio today. We on the road today. Boss Talk on the road. You know what I'm saying? We come to New York for special people, man, on the road. We came here for special guests, someone who's really, really dope with his words. You know, motivational speaker. You know, he knows a lot about the music industry as well. And also he's a boxer, man. We got Smart the Boxer in the building.
Right, for sure. Oh, artists too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Artists
can't
too.
word them up because I was talking with my friends the other day and I was telling them, I was like, you know, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Most definitely.
So a lot of times when we have a dream, we gotta stay consistent with it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I think we give up too soon, right? Like,
yeah,
you know,
do.
it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You know, the finish line does not move, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's befitting that, you know, I'm on a platform like this, Boss Talks.
That's right.
And I want to make this episode just about adding value, and I want it to be informative. Because a lot of people, you know, want to be bosses, leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners, but they don't know what it entails. They don't know the hard work that goes into it. They don't know
Long nights.
Yeah,
know what
long
I'm
nights,
saying?
being organized, believing in yourself, you know, being passionate about what you're doing, right? Being dedicated, having having a real vision, right? And I think there's so many people trying to be somebody as opposed to being themselves. And that's important too, right?
Yeah, it is.
Also, understanding the difference between a vision and a hallucination, right? A vision is something everybody can see. A hallucination is something only you can see,
Damn.
right? And a lot of times when we creating things, we have hallucination expectations, right? Not expectations based upon having a vision. Because if you have a vision, then you know it takes time. You know it takes, you know, delayed gratification.
Hell yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
And hallucination is, you know, you counting money that ain't there, right? Like you driving cars in your mind, and you're like, everybody, I'm gonna make this one video, and you know, we're going viral.
Right.
I mean, this shit took me 15 years,
To get to where
right?
you at. Yeah.
To have success and to make money off my brand, to gain interest, right? Like it takes time, and you gotta think about this. You know, you guys talk sports, right?
Yep.
It took Michael Jordan 7 years to get his first championship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Long
year
time.
he had to be Michael Jordan. Every practice he had to show up, right? So I think when you have clarity, then you know where the real finish line is. There's a lot of false finish lines along this way. And if you're not clear, you know, you're thinking, you're thinking this race was 200 miles when it really was 2 million miles.
Sure.
Right? The difference between 200 miles and 2 million miles
So much.
is a lot of fucking miles, right?
Too much. I'm too many.
So here it is, you run 120 miles, and you like, yeah, man, that shit was hard. Pause, I got 80 more to go. Y'all got, yeah, man, 80 more miles to go, and you get there, and it's like, it's just nothing but more road, right? Because it wasn't a 200-mile race, it was a 2 million mile race.
Yeah.
And you didn't know the miles, the actual miles in the race because you wasn't clear. So you have to have alone time that you spend with yourself and your business partners, and you just say, okay, well, what the fuck are we doing? Where do we want to go? How long does it take to get there? What's the best form of transportation?
Yeah.
Right? And then when you start to identify that, then you know not to let desperation change your destination. Right? Like these words, wisdom hits harder when you trying.
Bro, you remember when we went to New Orleans? We had the po' boys?
Yeah.
Bro, they got them in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Gilmene's Bakery, bro.
That's where you brought me?
Yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna try it out.
Yeah.
I heard a lot about it.
We can get them Joes in Philly. I thought we had to go back.
We ain't gotta go back unless you just wanna go back for more fun.
Of course.
Fellas, hi, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Gilmene.
Hey, man, it's good to be here.
What's going on?
How can I help y'all today?
Man, we want some po' boys, man.
Some po' boys?
Definitely, yeah.
All right, well, I got fish, I got shrimp, I got salmon, I got chicken. What we doing today?
I need the salmon one.
Salmon?
Grilled joint of
You
that.
want grills?
Yeah, need that.
All right, so I got the grilled salmon po' boy. You adding cheese and onions to it?
Yes, why not?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, how about you, sir?
You got me at Shrimp Po' Boy, bro.
Po' boy, I got you. Are we adding cheese and onions to yours?
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
All right.
Let's get it, man.
Get it,
That's
man.
what I want, man.
Y'all gonna do any french fries or onion rings?
Definitely the
Yeah,
fries.
why not?
Some
Yeah,
fries?
yeah, let's do it.
Fries, salt, pepper, ketchup.
Oh, you already know, we Philly.
And some onion rings. Onion rings on me. Onion rings
Oh,
on me.
bet.
bet.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, man. Well, your
welcome.
total is not a lot, but it's not a little neither.
Shoot, I can't wait to eat.
All right, can I get a name, please?
Josh.
Josh. What's your name, bro?
Quise.
Quise. Ain't y'all from? Don't check out a podcast? Or
Oh,
something?
yeah, that's what we do. We do.
Boss talk with Johnson Keys.
Awesome. Okay. Gotcha.
You feel me?
All right, here you go, fellas.
Oh,
Thank you,
We got the
man.
grilled salmon po' boy. We got the shrimp po' boy.
I need.
That
You
looks
already know I
good.
need
Yeah,
mine.
Sir, y'all gonna
Oh, go
sleep
ahead,
good.
get out of here, bro.
Yeah, I want mine.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, let me get mine.
That's too good, bro.
Damn. It's just like Louisiana.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never go back to Louisiana, bro.
Nope. I'm right here all the time. Right on Staten Island. Taking this joint with me. And get the joint too.
Bro, you ain't see that, bro? Bro.
Most definitely.
It's another thing too, right? Like, yo, go to school, stay out of trouble. When you in prison and you sitting in jail and you fucked up, now you like, okay, I wish I was in school right now, right? Clarity, like you gotta be doing this shit to be receptive to wisdom. So like a lot of people, they fall asleep when they're hearing like motivational shit because they not going through shit. When you go through shit, you searching for a way.
Right.
I want to make sure that, because I know you brothers are on a come up, so I want to make sure that I add as much value in this conversation as possible, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to just talk about.
That's a mantra that we live by, though. Add value. That's the funny
Add
part that
value.
you said
That's
that.
exactly,
you know what I mean?
exactly the way you said it, though.
Yeah, because that's what's important at the end of the day.
Sure.
When people cross paths and everything, like you gotta add value at the end of the day, because that's how you get the most out of the relationships, or like what God ordained this to be. If you add value, you get the most out of it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Go ahead.
But I was about to say, and just generally, like, we grown ass men now. Like, I don't want to come in nobody's life if I can't add value.
Exactly.
Because like
You know
at
what
that
I'm
point, I'm just there. I'm just taking up space.
Just a
and
body.
at that point, I got my own shit going on. I ain't trying to take up space nowhere.
saying?
Right. So, and then it's important to understand as a man, you get provision from God, right?
Yes.
So if everybody places a huge burden on black men to produce, but if we don't come from institutions that educate us on where to go to be empowered to produce, we may never produce.
That's true. Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
So in order to add value, you have to get provision. You go to God for provision, God gives you provision, Provision is like energy, fuel, power, clout, whatever it is.
Resources.
Whatever car you have, provision is the gas that God puts in your car. So if you got a podcast, right, and you got a brand and you putting this together, and then you asking God for provision, God blesses you with provision. Hold on, some water.
Yeah, you go ahead, do your water. Do your thing. Makes sense. But no, adding value is important at the end of the day, because you can't get to where you're supposed to get to if you don't do it. Yeah. I want you to speak to something though. One of the things, mottos that you live by. I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm gonna say how you said it, right? And you can just speak on it.
Okay.
For sure, because it's very powerful. You had said that how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. Like, what inspired that mantra that you have?
Well, man, I was in prison. I was in Southport box, and it just was like, it was just, I couldn't run from myself, right? Like, that's when I started to realize that. So before I got to that, it was stop looking out the window and start looking in the mirror.
Damn.
And I noticed when I was in a box, I spent a lot of time looking in the mirror, looking at myself, right? And I spent a large part of my life running from myself. It was so much escapism. I'm hiding in the blunt, hiding in the bottle. If I'm hustling, selling drugs, doing whatever, I'm doing all these things. And it was like, I got tired. I think I got tired of just living that way. And when you're in jail, you got nothing but time to think.
Too much, huh?
Like, I'm yo, I got the pillow on my bed, pretending I'm talking to a girl. You know what I'm saying?
You hallucinating now.
We bugging out. You know what I'm saying? We doing all types of shit just trying to, because, man, Southport box, I want to put it in the proper context, right?
Yeah.
So the bed is the size of this. At the top of the bed is the toilet bowl. At the end of the bed to the right is the shower. Then you got another cell outside of your cell that's like out like a small outside terrace, a cage on the joint. So every morning you gotta listen for the door to click and try to catch the door so it clicks so you can go and get your little hour or 45 minutes
sunlight
outside. You know what I'm saying? So being in that type of environment, I'm using more of my mind.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more. When I was free, I wasn't thinking. Everything was impulsive. Everything was smoking weed, drinking. So in prison, I had a chance to sit down and just be like,
be intentional with everything.
yeah. Then I'm reading books. So I got this book called We're All Doing Time by Bo Lozoff. And it talked about like meditation, right? So I never meditated before. So I'm reading this book and he's talking about different techniques to meditate. And I'm in the cell. You know what I mean? Trying to, like,
Trying to get it right.
Because he's saying that my mind could travel. So I'm like, whatever. And then I read another book. It was called Goals. I can't remember the author, but the name of the book was called Goals. And it talked about like the importance of like affirmations and stuff like that, right? And saying positive things.
Most definitely.
So mind you, I'm in the mirror all the time. So I'm in the mirror, talk to myself like, I am special. And I didn't feel it. And the more I said positive things about myself, the more it started to hurt. Like it was hurting, it was weird, right? And me saying positive things to myself, looking at myself in the mirror, I started to conjure up all those things from my past I was running away from. In terms of abandonment issues, not being loved by my mother, not having a father, having rage, having all this anger. I'm in prison. I wanted to play basketball. I had dreams, and then I could rap a little bit, right? So all these things that I'm running from, like I wanted to have a father, right? I never had a father in my life. So, all these, so every time I'm saying to me, I am special, I'm not feeling special. And I started to fucking like cry, like it was weird, right? And I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm scared now. Now I don't want to look in the mirror. So a month or so go by, right? I'm bored. now internally I'm a fighter. So if I can't accept it, right? I couldn't accept that.
The reality
What the fuck,
was-
man. Now I'm
Yeah.
now I'm gonna be stubborn. Now I'm rebellious. Yo, I am special. I am, right? And I started to feel the same feeling of like being sad, and then it started to change. It started to change, right?
environment.
It started to know how I was feeling.
How you felt.
The more I said, I must have stood in the mirror for 5 hours. Mind you, I'm in a box. I got all the time in the world. I stood in the box for 5 hours. I'm in the mirror for 5 hours. Literally 5 hours.
Wow.
I know because it was between childs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you knew the time. Yeah.
And then about after on the 5th hour, I started to feel different. Something started to
Click.
go from dark to light. From feeling, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So then I started to be like, oh shit, well, we could speak our feelings into existence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, okay, let me try this a different way now. Now I'm laying on my bed looking at I'm looking at the lights. The lights in the box is just like this. It's funny, right? Lights in the box. It's just, it's swear to God, it's just like this. But we take magazine pages, because the lights in the box don't go off. They on 24 hours.
That's the way you dimming it. Just put the magazine.
Yeah, put the little toothpaste in. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
I'm looking up at, trying to read. You know what I mean? I'm trying, you know what I mean? Looking at shit like, what is that? It's a leg? What? And then I'm like, okay, I am special. But now I'm thinking it, right? I am special. I am. And I started to feel it. And then that's when that was like the beginning foundation for
that mantra.
how you think creates how you feel.
Wow.
For myself, right? So I never, people, I seen some comments. People was like, yo, man, Joe Dispenza said something different. I never read none of these jokers, man. I never read none of these. None of my wisdom came from
A book
copy.
or something.
Nah,
It was your experience.
Just my experience and myself.
That's deep.
But see, the funny thing is there's it's not too many highways to God. It's not too many on-ramps to Allah, right? Like when you start to get on a parallel path, there's continuity, there's common denominators. You start to see like 5 different people from different walks of life that reach the highest level. They say this: be consistent, be relentless.
Yeah.
I didn't meet the fucking the lawyer didn't meet the doctor. The lawyer living in Harlem, right? Didn't meet the doctor living in Philly.
No offense.
Right? And the doctor living in Philly didn't meet the brain surgeon in China, right? Like, but when you hear them talk about how they became successful, you're gonna hear commonalities, right? You're gonna hear things that sound similar.
Their experiences.
Because to be successful is simplistic, right? So that was the early phase of it, right? Like, but I'm practicing it too. And I think for me, why I'm so adamant about sharing that with us is I applied it. Like, I was sick and I made the medicine when I was sick, tested the medicine, and became better.
Damn.
So it's like, nah, this shit really worked.
People need to know about this.
Yo, bro,
Like,
my mother molested me, bro. My mom smoked crack. I sold crack to my own moms, bro. I spit in my mother's face, bro.
Damn.
I'm saying? I never knew my father. I really sold drugs, boosted, did all types of shit. Like, I was really outside. So I was really fucked up internally. You know what I'm saying?
It was really sick.
I was fucked up. I'm saying bad. You know what I mean? And I'm in Southport Box. This is rock bottom. People talk about being gangster. Okay, well, the highest level of gangster is the box or coffin.
Yeah.
That's the. Thank God I didn't go to the bed that got doors on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm in the next best thing, the box. Like, well, okay,
You had a
this ain't
chance to
it.
get out to make something happen though, and you did.
So and then when I started to apply this and I started to feel better, I said, wow, okay, this shit really works. And I think, a lot of people want to talk like they bosses, but never been in positions of power, never went through things to where they had to overcome something, right? Experience is the best teacher.
Most definitely.
And the best teachers are the ones teaching based upon their experience. So I feel like conversations like this is
important.
powerful. And that mantra, how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. But you gotta sit there. You gotta sit there. Mind you, I told you I'm in the mirror. I'm in the mirror with myself.
You had to do the
5
work on
hours.
yourself.
You gotta do the work.
Yeah, in order to get somewhere.
So when people watch this interview, even when y'all edit it and y'all go back and apply this shit.
Yeah. Damn.
Get you a mirror. Like, get you a mirror. Go to 99 cent store. Get you a mirror. And see, when you get one negative thought, you got to replace it with 100 positive thoughts. When you get one negative thought, you got to replace it with 100 positive thoughts. That's how powerful the low vibration is if you're not replacing it with higher vibrations.
Wow.
So now when you got that mirror, right, and you get that one negative thought, you look in that mirror and say, oh, I am great. I am special. I am blessed. I am beautiful. I am loved. I am happy. I am the best definition of intelligence. I'm the best definition of power. You right? And you start saying these things because everything that you add on to I am becomes added on to you.
Right.
You see? But you got to apply it in that moment, right? Because you're swapping out energies and frequencies. So when you repelling something, you're attracting something. And when you're attracting something, you're repelling something. So when you're bringing something into your life, you're pushing something out of your life. And when you're pushing something out of your life, you're also bringing something into your life.
So it better be positive.
So this is why you got to be on top of pause, like when you know, with your emotions and your thoughts and stuff like that. And you got to think, it's been over 400 years. We've been dealing with racism, bullshit. There's so much shit going on to condition us from being the best versions of ourselves.
Most definitely, yeah.
Application is every fucking thing. And it's not comfortable. It's very much uncomfortable.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But you have to understand that your fear of that uncomfortability creates procrastination.
Yeah. Stops you from growing.
But
Yeah, I'm about to say,
procrastination, procrastination is just your own personal destruction because you're gonna die.
100%.
Eventually.
Period.
You die in your procrastination.
You have an
'cause you ain't
expiration
going
date.
nowhere.
So why not? So why not just say, okay, feeling, fuck this feeling,
Yep.
right? Like if I have
If it's negative.
Yeah, right. So I create medicine based upon what I'm going through, right? And I think this is why God, you know, puts his best leaders through pain because you're overcoming that pain becomes a point of reference for the people that you share that message with, right?
Yeah. Your followers.
So,
Testimony.
right. So the new thing for me now is like, okay, there's another level for me to reach. You're talking about building communities and building schools and institutions. And I have this fear, right? I have this personal fear. But what is fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real, right?
Sure
So I have this fear of like, okay, I got this vision. I got what I really, really want to do with my life. But I never had nobody to tell me that I could do it. And I never had nobody tell me that I respected, that I loved in terms of my family, my mother, my grandfather, my father, you know, my grandmother, you know, people in my family. I never had those people tell me like, yo, you're special, you can do it. So subconsciously, if I'm not careful, there's a thought that is powerful enough to keep me
chained.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you
Right?
don't- Yeah.
So I have to be in the mirror. I
tell
have
yourself.
to, and as you get successful, it's more of mental work that has to come in. Right? It's more mind gymnastics. Like you going through shit.
Is it because you gotta like kind of show yourself that you could do it again, in a sense? You know what I mean?
You can't brush your teeth on Monday and then next Monday don't brush your teeth.
Damn.
Your breath gonna stink.
That's
man.
true.
It's what it is. Everything for whatever reason, everything requires maintenance. So it's just the maintenance of the mindset. It's just the maintenance of, you know, when you level up and you shift, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna eat every day. We're gonna use the bathroom every day. I don't care what you're talking about.
Right. Yep.
Right? Hopefully some of us gonna wash every day.
Yeah. It's a daily thing, basically, what you're saying.
Right.
Daily,
So it's just
yeah.
mental maintenance, right? So how I deal with that now is I just take action and don't care. So you gotta detach yourself from results. You can't care about what happens. You have goals. Goals and what happens are two different things. And a lot of times I think we misconstrue the two. You set this goal for yourself, and then you attempt to reach the goal and then something happens. And then you mistake something happened, that whatever happened as that's the goal. No, what the thing that happened is the lesson that you need to learn and decipher in order to make the goal a reality, right?
100%.
So it's like, okay, how do I deal with this fear of success? How do I deal with this commitment, right? Like set. So I say mindset, right? Like you change your mindset, right? Well, what's set? I like to say sleep, eat, train. Sleep, eat, train. That's it. So if that's the only thing you need to do to become successful, how do you put yourself in that mindset?
Daily.
You just have to do it.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Gotta practice it.
Yeah. And then you can't care about what happens. You just do it, keep doing it until
One day you would be amazed at where you would be at
Yeah.
by continuing to do that type of routine.
And on top of that, when you're doing something that you love or whatever, you're doing it for the right reasons. I'm not even worried about what that video do for me or A, B, and C more so. Like you said, it's a marathon. I'm here for the long game. Everything I do, I'm thinking full circle and I'm thinking end rule.
Yeah,
like
end
today
rule.
is not the end rule for me and you. This is just the beginning of a circle that I haven't seen the end of yet. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Me and you can help each other out for the next 3 years, do
It's a fact.
pods here and there, do whatever here and there. You got events, I got events. And we might not see the full circle of it till we finally come together and do $1 million deal. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
Yeah,
It makes sense
from
now.
back then.
But
feel me?
but that's why it's important to put it in the proper context. Because I feel like we don't put things in a proper context. I feel like a lot of times, because there's so much people that didn't experience shit, they just copying and pasting.
Yeah.
Saying like, and this is why I decided to add on being a motivational speaker, right? Because of my life and what I went through. And I went through so many different experiences, and it's so relatable to different people, different walks of life. I'm like, damn, Allah is choosing me to have this type of a message. So, I'm gonna share my testimony, but also share the wisdom that I've acquired while going through the things that's a part of my testimony. Wow. And a lot of people, they just be talking, but you ain't never experienced shit. So it's like, if I'm in it for the long game, all right, cool, but how do I maintain being in the long game? You see?
Yeah.
So if I make some money on Monday, I can't spend nothing until that amount come back in off of what I'm doing.
100%.
So I have to be willing to starve,
Yeah.
you see, until that next thing comes.
Yeah.
That's like hustling one. But if a person never hustled and they try to teach you how to make money, or because there's so many people, you make money, you do this, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is the secret. If I make $1,000, right, I can't touch that grand until another stack come in.
Yeah, and you gotta use that set to make more money.
Most definitely. Yeah.
No,
No.
that shit gotta sit. That shit gotta sit. Unless you know of something that is of that price point, that's an asset that's gonna produce more.
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought you were saying
Well,
in a grinding standpoint.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying.
If you grinding, everything that comes in is cut off once it comes in. This came from here. Cool, I gotta put that here. This came from here. I gotta put that here. You gotta keep searching for. I'm back to square one. If a deal went bad and I had to start over from zero, I can't. That money is gone.
In your mind, it got it's going.
Right?
you're right.
So you have to create that constant back against the wall approach to what you're doing, and that's going to be conducive to you saving until you have enough money to invest in an asset that's going to produce. And an asset is just a business or part of your portfolio that provides value for a potential customer or consumer. See? So I'm saying all to say this. You can't be successful unless you experiencing shit or you having conversations with people who have experienced shit and they giving you the real.
Right. And you know what to do at that
Yeah,
point.
and I think what makes
Application.
me unique is I always give the real, right? Because I want for my brother what I want for myself.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
Oh, you can't be successful unless you are learning from people
unless
that
you're
are
going through
successful
something
or
or
experiences.
listening
And
to
whatnot.
Yeah,
yeah.
because a lot of people just be fronting. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in the era where the ones who did technology gave the voiceless a voice.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
and so now the people that never was outside, they speak as if they was outside and giving advice. So I think what makes me different is, like I said, I want for my brother what I want for myself, right? And it's a process, right? So like when you guys, like even in the podcast where everybody is, jumping into the podcast world, but don't know shit about the advertisement world.
Yeah, and that's the money.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So
Go ahead.
Push your product. Definitely speak on that. Speak on the advertising world for the people.
well, the first thing is there's a CPM, right? Cost per milli. So that's basically every 1,000 views you're supposed to get paid $20. So the standardized CPM is $20. you have to get an IPA, which is an intellectual property attorney. So wherever your content is at, so let's say you're on YouTube, you don't know who runs the ads on YouTube, right? You don't know who runs the ads for Google. So you go hire a lawyer, pay your $500, tell the lawyer like, look, I want to get paid when I'm supposed to get paid my standard CPM from Google, YouTube, whatever. But I need to know who's in charge of this, right? And I want to establish a relationship with that person and have them directly know about my content that's being produced on their platform, right? And then I need to create a advertisement, an ad campaign that reflects my interests. I only want ads running on my content that my audience consumes. So if you don't have that control, which you don't, you got a YouTube video and you got guys from Philly, which is, there's a lot of Muslims in Philly, right? But on your ads is salami and pork. Yo, hey man, we get new pork bacon, and you like, yo, bro, like, did you just see the episode? Now the ad, now you confusing the audience. So now, because you don't control the ads, the type of ads that run on your content, now you lose viewership because the viewer could connect that advertisement with your content, and it can make your potential to scale and grow.
Right.
Hindering.
It can hinder that, can make it liability, right? So that's important. The second thing is you gotta content creators are going to become micro ad agencies and micro sales teams.
Most definitely.
So it's all about understanding the value in the people who watch your content. If you got 100 people watching, that's enough to scale and monetize. So now you say, well, okay, there's a new Dunkin' Donuts that's gonna open up. And with ads, especially with companies and franchises, it's all about the speed of the solicitation. So if this Dunkin' Donuts is gonna open up next week, Tuesday, and they want people to know about the new location,
You connect with them.
then in that moment, they're willing to spend ad dollars to
Push your
promote
product.
their new opening. So you approach the people, right? You approach the people. Remember, content creators have to be micro ad agencies and micro sales teams. So now you approach the 7-Eleven owner. Hey, I got 100 people. I know if I tell them to pull up at your grand opening,
They're gonna be there.
they're gonna be there. They just need to know where to go. I'm gonna run this ad
On my
to my
pod.
to my audience, right? I'll charge you $50. $50 for 100 customers.
You gonna take it.
The minimum purchase they're gonna spend with you,
$5-10.
$5-10.
You times that by 100.
That's $500.
He
That's
good.
$500 that you're gonna spend for $50. Not even including repeat customers, because they're gonna always know where your store is at.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep this ad there, right? So what you're paying not even a fraction of what you would be paying on bigger media platforms.
Most definitely, yeah.
Now you got 100 7-Ups paying you $50 a month. See?
Yeah.
Right? Now, when you run your ads, you want to pick different genres. You say, okay, we got food, we got beverage, we got sports, and you got a video. So this line represents the length of an interview. So let's say the interview is, I think that one of the shortest interviews I've seen you guys have, like a half or something like that.
Yeah.
30
Something like that.
39.
Yeah, 39.
Right?
Yeah.
So you got 39 minutes. 39, that's first 5 minutes in. Next 10 minutes, that's 15. Next 5 minutes in, that's 20. Into 10 minutes, that's 30. Right?
Yeah.
Those are your
Ad points.
Yeah. And then you're gonna have in-video advertisement, right? So those are your ad spaces for the in-video advertisement. Then you have your watermarks, right? You have your watermarks. You have your permanent watermarks, which is at the beginning of the video throughout the duration of the video. Then you have your pop-up watermarks that could come up in the middle point of the
pod.
video,
Yeah.
right? And then you have your in conversation advertisement. Like, bro, yo, pass me that bottle of water right there.
Oh, like a routine.
No.
No, but yeah,
So whatever the name of that bottle of water
that's
was,
what it is.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
an
an ad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
you know what I mean? You got
Like,
in conversation ad, right?
Mm.
So, big fella, make sure you pay attention to this. This is important. This part of the conversation is relevant, my G. So now with all your ads, right? We have all these different type of ads. This is your money because this has nothing to do with Google.
Right. Yeah.
I'm reaching directly out to these companies.
Yep.
And then you have an invoice, you have an ad invoice that you send to the company, right, which should be digital, and then they could see where to place their ad, and then you charge them like that.
Wow.
So now if you got let's say three watermark ads, that's $25 per watermark. That's $75. See?
Just made. Yeah.
Conversation ad, make that 25, right? Boom, that's 100. It's a bean, as y'all say.
Yep.
Now, that's $100 y'all made off watermark ads. The beginning of the ad, the beginning ad of the video,
Yeah.
it's $150. As soon as the video comes on, right? So now you got your watermarks, that's 100. You got the 150, that's the beginning of the ad video. It's 250 y'all making just off ads, right? Then you got I think 4 other ad spots, right?
Yeah.
The second ad, so the first ad spot, the second ad spot has to be an impulse buy. Because once the second ad runs, that's like 10 minutes into the video, you know, you got to sell them something.
At that point, you got their
And
attention.
then the next 5 minutes, which is 15 minutes, they ready to leave. So you got to have a pivot ad, an ad that's a longer, like a 15-minute ad that takes them to more of your content, but just something different, but it's longer. Pause. And then after that pivot, when I say the pivot ad, then you have your, if I stayed, if I didn't,
Click off. No.
and I went to stay there,
Yeah.
then you got your reinforce, refresh ad to keep me get me
Re-engaged.
recalibrate what the fuck we talking about, right? Then at the end ad, you got your what's to come. You should be making a minimum of $700 in advertisement, independent ad revenue, independent ad revenue per video,
Sure, yeah.
per video,
Yeah.
per video. This is key.
Wow.
You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
heavy, y'all.
The show is the brick. The video is the ounce. Notice how I said per video, not per show, because one show can have 7 different videos.
Right.
And then I can run 7 ads on that one video, depending on how good the conversation
Content
was in
is.
that video.
Yeah.
So if I have an interview that's, you know, we're gonna do a part 2 to this, right? Because I have,
definitely.
you know,
100%.
I got
Got escape.
I got
Yeah.
some shit after this, but
Yeah.
I want to, you know, now
We'll
part
continue
2,
this, yep.
we'll make it more, you know,
More extensive.
elongated, pause, right? And you'll have multiple opportunities for ad revenue in each video, right?
Yeah.
So when you understand how to create your own ads, now you see the revenue. There's so many new businesses. It's all about products, services. Products and services. Who has products? Who provides
What are you offering
services?
your
You're making
customers?
2 lists.
Yeah.
This is who we starting our first people we reaching out to. And then you got to hit the ground running. You guys are persona bull, you too. Like, oh yeah.
Yep.
I
got
like you guys'
personas.
energy, right? So he's in charge because he's behind the cameras.
So I got
He's
Joey.
going to B&H,
Yeah.
right? You know
B&H,
B&H, right?
B&H is like that. The video store. Yep.
Yeah, you going to B&H. You know, anybody that do videography, photography, right? Hey man, my podcast is amazing. I'm going to promote you. Whoever's a manager at B&H, hey, new cameras coming out. Let me know what new lenses is coming out. We can run an ad here, and we'll charge you. Like you keep throwing shit at the wall to something stick.
Yeah.
Pause, you know what I'm saying?
Business.
Yeah. Then you got CSI Rentals. You got Adorama Rentals. These are rental companies, right? CSI Rentals and Adorama. You know, so many content creators don't know where to get great equipment from.
That's true.
Right.
They will know now.
Yeah.
Right? So let him run so those would be the equipment ads in You know what I'm saying? And then if you're running, you might run the sports ads, right? Let's say if you run the if you run the sports ads and you running the products ads, right? Now you got a direction for how you're gonna start creating ad revenue.
Yes.
And then you need to set a financial goal every month, right? That you need to make an ad revenue. That's where the hustle starts. The content just gives you the opportunity to make the money off an advertisement.
Right. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of money out there to be made.
Yeah.
So now if you get so now no. See we you talking hallucination. We gotta talk vision. So if a brother be like, yo, it's a whole lot of money to be made. What the fuck money? What you talking about?
What kind of
So
money?
if you making 700 per video, how much is 10 videos? It's 7,000 every 10 videos. You gotta have a formula. Remember I said you gotta have clarity.
Right.
Right? So we generating $700 off an advertisement in every video. Every 10 videos is 7,000. Right? How many videos can you make in a month? You see? So you can't do if you're on your job, you could do 10 videos a week.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying, what's 7 times 4? 28. That's 28,000 a month. You should be making it right now, ad revenue minimum.
Oof.
And that's
big bank.
That's on, so that's the
big
money, and that's on a lower scale.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're coming in entry level. Now when you start getting to $30,000 ads and stuff like that, because your viewers are growing up, your viewers are going up.
Yeah.
Right? Your list is going up. So you know,
can command different.
yeah, because
demand,
you're reaching the customers.
yeah.
That's why I say content creators are going to be
Many ad agencies or
micro
sales teams.
micro ad agencies and micro sales teams.
Yep.
So now when a company can run their ad and get you to sell their product to an audience, they're going to pay you top dollar.
For sure.
But you got to be passionate. You know, you got to be passionate about the business aspect of it too. And see, a lot of times we don't know how to collaborate with each other.
That'd be the fucked up part.
Yeah.
Right?
Just want
So
bicker.
it's like,
Yeah.
we don't know how to, nobody taught us. That's why it's important to understand, like, okay, how do I collaborate? Okay, I'm bringing this guest on because I know their audience is going to get me the customers that I know this company needs. Right?
Now.
So I get the guest because the guest is going to get me the customers, and the customers is going to help me in negotiations when I'm trying to get the top dollar for the advertisement.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's heavy, man. That's heavy game for y'all, honestly. It's heavy game for us too. Like,
Yeah, for
it's
us
pretty
too.
cool.
And we've been, I mean, I know you watch the show, so you see a couple of our like commercials.
Yeah,
and
we started the independent.
So we,
but
some
yeah.
of what you just said was like,
It's like, all right,
now I
bet.
know how to run this shit right through the door. With it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, and that's the beauty of information, right? And taking it serious and becoming passionate about it, because you got to stay excited.
Yeah.
Right?
Got to.
Because, bro, listen, I ran 2 million miles when I thought it was only 2 miles. So I had to
Change your mindset for sure.
Yeah, I had to refresh. It was moments where I was like frustrated. You know, maybe 3 years ago, frustrated. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I felt like I was a character. I was pretending to be somebody else,
That you wasn't.
right? But the person I was pretending to be was the person that I needed to be. I just didn't get the benefits, so at that time, I didn't want to be that person I was pretending to be, even though the person I was pretending to be was who I needed
Who you wanted to be. Yeah, who you
All
needed
right,
to
how
be.
you think? Nigga, fuck you talk, yo, my man. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Feel me? I'm frustrated. That's where I never let desperation change your destination.
Yeah.
Never let frustration change your destination. Never let temptation change your destination. This is what I was going through. See, when you're a gangster, the devil knows that your frustration will be the thing to take you from the
Your
destination.
demise, yeah.
So now you ready to, man, fuck that. You ain't gonna play this song?
Yeah.
Yo, we gonna rob this thing when you come outside. Fuck all that.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Play with, yeah.
Because you frustrated.
Ego, pride, get in the way, all of that. Yeah.
So you gotta check that. If you got a jelly spine, then you let desperation change your destination. Now you ready to do something strange for some change.
Oh man.
Ready to gobble a glizzy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
No cat.
Yeah.
Diddy.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You ready to do some weird freako shit because you desperate,
Yeah, right.
right? This is how the devil attacks the three parts of man, right? He attacks the temper, the anger. He attacks the weakness.
Yeah.
He attacks the lust.
Yeah.
Right? Never let temptation change your destination. You know, it'll feel way more better temporarily to fuck this bitch and bust this nut than to get up, go to the coffee shop and sit there for 5 hours, finish that business plan, email that shit out, and really
Get
do
your
what the
money.
fuck you're supposed to
Yeah,
do.
but you want to get that. Yeah.
Never,
Yep.
but it's
temptation.
like, oh man,
Yep.
that
Gotta
pussy
overcome it.
is just a form of escapism.
Yeah.
You see? So when you understand how to deal with that, and then you got to know how to avoid these things, right?
The
And then
traps.
it's all rules to this shit, right? Also delayed gratification. Every no will eventually turn into yes. Every no will eventually turn into yes.
Damn.
You ain't get enough no's yet. You ready to quit? How many no's you got? I can guarantee you, everybody in this room don't got more than 1,000 no's. You're not hungry, son.
Wow. Wow.
See?
Keep going.
So every no eventually turns into yes. And every goal you set has a specific amount of no's assigned to it by God that you don't even know the number to. So when you ask people who quit, like I did, because I became obsessed with every aspect of success. I'm trying to learn from the people that failed. You know, I'm in prison watching dudes come right back.
Damn.
They leave and come right back. Yo, what happened, bro? What? Yeah, oh, this bitch. Yo.
You learn not to do that now.
You know what I'm saying? Dude leave, come right back. Yo, what happened? Yo, yeah, man, I was just trying to sell the weed. You got locked up for selling dope. Come home, you trying to sell weed. You get busted with pounds of bud. Now you back violate.
Damn.
Oh,
Learn.
okay. I'm putting two and two together.
Know what not to do.
Know what I'm saying? So shit take time. And then it's like, okay, I'm asking people like, yo, man, what happened? You ain't get a job? How many contracts, how many job applications you filled out?
Yeah.
Oh man, I filled out one, man.
Sure. Thought that was it.
Fuck up.
You got
And
one
when
no.
you ask people who quit how many no's they got,
You got one.
you'd be surprised.
Probably too many count.
It'd be too little.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Ask
Yeah,
people
yeah.
who quit.
Yeah, right.
Every
Oh, yeah,
no,
who quit. Yes.
every no will eventually turn into yes. So when people try to be successful and they quit, and you ask them like, yo, basically like, how much did you try? How much adversity did you deal with? How much failure did you deal with? It's not enough. Typically, people quit the first time something bad happened.
Sure.
First time, fuck it, this ain't for
It's
me. I'm
over
just
with.
no.
I'm cool.
No, you gotta be diligent. Gotta be committed. Yeah.
Nothing's overnight, man. Overnight success,
Nothing
honestly.
happened overnight, man.
And smart.
Sure.
Listen, before we get out of here, I definitely want you to speak to our overarching question that we ask everybody.
Oh, okay.
Because you're on Boss Talk, right? Rather you're artist, athlete, entrepreneur, you answer this. What does it mean to you to be a boss?
Boss is tough, right? So I never really, was thinking about like being a boss. It was more so like being a leader, right? Because if something happened to the boss, I'm saying like nobody know how to function.
Yeah.
Shit over. I'm saying like shit over. I'm
It
saying,
is over.
but if you a leader, because leaders create leaders, and then you
Yes.
got a crew of everybody that's just as strong as you. So if something happened to me,
The
then
ship's still running.
yeah, you know how to run, and then I could be frustrated, like even with my manager, right? Like for a long time, I was managing myself, so I had this, and my manager, that's my man, that's my family. But we would, for years, I would not allow him to be a worker, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be a leader. You gotta lead, bro. You fuck all that.
Yeah.
So being a boss is like, man, if you can't have no workers. You got to have a bunch of bosses around you.
100%.
You have to duplicate the position. Whatever position your business is, if you don't duplicate that position, you won't have a successful business.
Right.
So if you a boss, then everybody that you working with has to be a boss. or you have to be a worker as the boss.
Right. We all got to do something. Team player.
I feel like bosses make bosses. Same what you said about leaders.
Yep.
And I feel like we all got to be a boss in our own perspective lane in order to push each other and grow.
Yeah.
Right,
Like,
right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
But it has to be. For me, I like context. Cause I know how people just be saying words that because it sound good.
Right,
You heard?
Yeah.
You can't be a boss if you don't have no delegation skills.
100%.
For sure.
You can't be a boss if you haven't walked the path. Because by you walking the path, you acquire knowledge to direct people on the path.
and know what
You
they
heard?
put them in
So
position to
I'm
win.
able to tell y'all, yo, look, advertisement, do this, that, and the third, because I've done it for
You've done it
myself.
yourself,
And
yeah.
I'm doing it now. And I've made mistakes and I failed and I fucked up. And I got frustrated. And I let frustration change my destination at certain points. I let my anger, man, fuck that. Man, fuck you. Man, fuck this. I'm wilding, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So
you learned already.
yeah,
You telling
right.
us
Like
the experience.
So I feel like when in terms of bossing a leader, you don't choose that title. God does. The people chooses you for that title.
For sure.
100%,
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So a lot of people want to be bosses. That's why you ain't even built for that attribute, but you. So
Wanna
when
walk
shit
there.
happen, you rat, you tell, but you was at the top of the joint. You the so-called boss, but you ratting on all the workers.
wasn't
You
built
never
for it.
was a boss.
Yeah, he wasn't built for it.
You never was a leader.
Yep.
So I think people need to stop trying to take attributes and take on name. Just do you.
Be what you got ordained
And
you to be.
and let the admonishment come to you. Right? The people I didn't say, yo, I'm a motivational speaker. Nah, the people telling me this about me.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, you said this. Yo, that shit. I'm like, damn, all right, bet. Let me
God
just
exposed you what he calls you to. At the end of the
right?
day.
So I feel like in order to have good delegational skills, you gotta go out and have some success for yourself first.
Hell yeah.
If you ain't got no success, how you gonna be a boss?
And tell
You have
people
no
what to do.
success.
Right.
None. You just what you talking about? You just talking. So go out and do something on your own. By
Experience.
yourself. Have some success. And then teach somebody what you did while you're
Based off
still
your
doing it.
experience, yeah.
Teach somebody what you did while you're still doing it and bring them up to your level
And they'll
while
resonate.
you're teaching them. Then
Yeah.
that's a boss.
That's to resonate with that. Yeah.
And that's a boss that created a boss.
That's
You
heavy.
feel me?
Dire.
That's important, bro. You know what I'm saying? And because, the fate of our future and our communities depend on that, us understanding what it means to be a boss, what it means to be a worker. And those positions are the same because the boss has to do the worker's job.
Gotta start
And the
at the gym.
worker, check it, the boss has to do the worker's job in order for the company to survive. And the worker at times has to do the boss job
Yep.
in order for the company to survive.
To survive and succeed.
Right? This
Yep.
is everybody is of equal
Value.
stature and of equal value. The underlying fuck shit is as black men in America, we don't get no respect from nobody.
Nah,
Not even our fucking women. So when we get some type of success, we feel, yeah, I'm a boss. Now you want to shit on people because you felt you've been shitting on. You got some type of overcompensation going on, some type of ego going on.
Yeah.
So you're not really heavy as the head with a crown, homie. You ain't even built to wear the fucking crown.
Yep.
You don't know what comes with it. So we gotta address the things that make us feel entitled about business,
Yes.
right? And then we don't have that ego that makes us want to be a boss,
Yeah.
right?
You just have the
Because
responsibility.
keyword
when
like
it
you
comes
want to be
yeah.
a boss, but you
Right.
if you
I
gotta
also
be
think
called
people
for
look
you.
at the word boss different ways too.
Right,
though,
yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Cause like I look at it like you just said, we all equal. We all doing something. Like before we even got this whole podcast thing, like you said, we all ran our own. We all had our own LLCs and ran them and did our own
Right,
thing
with
for
their own
years
thing.
before
Right.
we even did something together. So it was like more so like I'm looking at all of them as the same way I look at myself.
and people not to cut your wisdom, but people want the power of the boss, but not the responsibility of the boss.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They want the
That's
yo,
just talkative for sure.
go do that. But when shit go wrong, it falls back on
Falls
me.
on you. Yeah. Do you want
yeah.
that?
I gotta make sure everybody good. I gotta pay the boss, pay all the bills.
Yep. Pays
Boss
it.
take care of the payroll.
Sure.
The boss get paid last.
Yep.
The boss get paid last.
Yes. Make sure
The
people
boss
eat.
goes on vacation last.
Yep. Most definitely.
Boss is the first one up. Last one sleep.
Last one sleep, 100%.
The boss one feeds everybody and is the last one to eat and might get the smallest portion.
Yeah, might. Yeah.
See, you want the power of the boss,
But not the
you don't want the
responsibility.
responsibility and accountability
That's
that
what
a
y'all
boss
need.
has.
That's key right
You
there.
can't separate. You can't separate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, and that's what I had to learn too as well, right? Because this is what being a leader is about. You frustrated because you're not understanding what comes with this shit.
Yes.
Right?
This is hard.
Just the responsibilities, right? So I think the more people realize every
Aspect of it.
right? Every aspect of what
They'll
it
know
is
where they fall in.
that encompasses being a boss, you might not be so quick to be like, you a boss.
Yeah,
Right.
yep.
Yeah, or you want to be a boss.
You'll analyze for real. Smart, we thank you, man. Seriously, for coming up here. And like I said, we in New York, we in your city, man, and we got to connect with
New
you.
York City, man.
Yeah, we're looking forward to even part 2 because I know we got a lot to get into. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to open up a restaurant, so we got to do a
Oh yeah,
Join at a restaurant.
we can do it in the
Yeah,
restaurant. Yeah, let us know, man.
bet.
We'll come
try
through.
to come
That'd
through.
be fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm talking about like another week or so. You know what I mean?
Oh,
we'll do
shoot.
part 2. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
shit.
So,
Okay, hey, man, let's make it happen. Yeah, you open a restaurant now.
Not that far off. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny though? I love when people tell me about something and it's really about that. Because I'm that type of person.
Yeah.
I will hold shit under the fucking ground until that shit is
Until it's happening.
Until it's there. I don't want to be that motherfucker just talking about shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate
But-
talking to motherfuckers that
but-
just talking about shit.
But if you working, because I was both, right? So everything I got before I got it, I spoke about it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm
So-
definitely speaking to existence.
It's see, you got people that, and I agree with you too, right? So, and I know, and I love this thing that you guys got, right? Boss Talks, right?
Thank
I think you listen. Reach out to the CEO of TikTok. Reach out to the CEO of Snapchat, right? Evan Spiegel. Reach out to Mark Zuckerberg. Find where these motherfuckers is at and talk to these bosses. Like I feel like this because I like that name. I like the concept.
Right,
I
what
like
we
the
doing
synergy
here.
you guys have, right?
Thank you.
And I think we need a podcast that gives value, that gives information in a way. So like talking with bosses,
Yes.
right? Like
Yep.
talking to like Boss Talk should be about that too, right? Like
Yep.
yo, let's
what we do.
have a section where you go find these motherfuckers, right? Who really get into it and is willing to tell you how to get to it, right? So, you know, I would consider myself a leader, right? I used to be a boss, but now I'm a leader. And what I had to learn was early on, I wanted the power of a boss, but I didn't want the accountability.
Responsibility, yeah.
And as I got more successful, I started to embrace the accountability and the responsibility. And not only did I get more power, but I got more respect.
That's heavy. That's heavy. Man,
Yeah, so-
Smart, we appreciate you seriously, man. We can't wait. We're gonna get into it because y'all listen. There's so much more to come.
Yeah, you have.
We gonna
How
get
much time
into-
we got left, man?
It's at the end. It's at the end now. But no, listen, Smart. We appreciate you seriously for this. This is a great game, guys. Make sure y'all really like rewind this. 'Cause
I was
y'all
about
didn't
to
get
say,
that pen and pad
run
out
this shit
seriously.
back, for sure.
And we're gonna bring y'all part 2 real soon, guys. So stay tuned. It's Boss Talk with Josh,
Miss Quise.
and we got Smart the Boxer.
Yeah, for sure.